It's Chris here today from Huckabones Equipment. In today's video, we get asked all the time, especially this time of year, is what kind of angle will a zero turn cut on to do it safely? So I have a very steep slope, so we're gonna kind of try it out. I kind of already know what it will and won't do, because the super steep stuff back there, I'm not even gonna attempt. So in today's video, we're gonna kind of do a few demonstrations there, what you should and shouldn't do with a zero turn on a steep slope. Alright, so I cut this grass ahead of time the other day just to kind of see what the zero turn could do. So it kind of gives us an idea for today's video what you can kind of safely do. So right here, you're probably approaching 35, if not up to 40 degrees. So you can see the burnout marks here where you do break loose. You know, it is very detailed there. That's whenever you start coming down, and we're going to demonstrate it there, that whenever you start coming down, it just breaks loose and you're in for a ride, right? And then whenever you try and turn, that's where you start spinning and it doesn't turn. It just sits there and spins and doesn't back up. And then you kind of get into kind of hairy scenarios of what you're going to do to get out of it. Again, as shown here, it is very steep, and you'll see a few other burnouts there. And like I said, I'm still not crazy enough to even do that, because I know, without a doubt, if I break into there, it's just going to break loose and I'm going to end up in the rhubarb. Yes, it would make for a really good YouTube short, but not something I really want to do to a nice piece of equipment. So let's start by showing you what's going to happen here and a little blurb about zero turns. So here today we have just a standard zero turn. Yes, this is a Z412 Kubota, but it could be anything. It could be a Cub Cadet, Husqvarna, John Deere, it doesn't matter. They all operate the same way. Again, it is going to be two transmissions under there, each one for each handle there, and an engine on the back powering everything. It doesn't matter whether this is gas, diesel, it's all going to act the same. So at the end of the day, whenever you get too steep of a slope for a zero turn, it wants to break loose. What I mean by that is there is no break up here. You're just in for the ride. You'll feel it, and whenever it gets too steep, there is no control. It just straightens out and you're down to the bottom no matter what is there. And then same idea, if you start going up too steep of a slope, it's going to either pop a wheelie or spin realistically on top of itself and send you back to the bottom. The chances of rolling it are pretty slim going up and down hills. It's still there, should never be discounted. That's why the roll bar's up kind of idea. But at the end of the day, you're not going to have control whenever it gets too steep up or down a hill. It's kind of creates dangerous scenarios. And that's what I said, we get asked all the time, when do I know? At the end of the day, the safest description we can always give is, what are you cutting with currently? Well, you have a lawn tractor, it's a standard lawn tractor. Again, it doesn't matter what make or model. If you are cutting with a standard lawn tractor, a zero turn is most likely going to cut the same places and do it safely as well. If you couldn't get in there with a regular lawn tractor, then a zero turn is not going to do it as well. And probably your nerves are going to give out long before it does. So let's skip now to actually give you some demonstrations. The black flies are getting enough to bother me. I need to start moving here. So let's start giving you some demonstrations. So right now the mower deck's not going. It's just kind of slowly going down here. You can see as we get near the end, it's working pretty good here, but there it just broke loose there. So now it's kind of a tricky thing is to turn here. So no, I don't have the mower deck going, but at the end of the day it is at wide open conditions, and we'll go down to kind of a steeper spot here that you're going to see it's going to just start near the end, break loose again, where I'm going to straighten out, no matter how slow I go. And there, now it's broke loose. I don't have any control. As you can see in here now, it gets a little bit tricky to actually make that corner without the unit sliding around. And so I'm still pointed the wrong direction, where I have to get a little bit more flat to actually make it function. And then you can even lose it just as quickly as that, where it wants to go into the rhubarb here. See, I don't have control yet, even on the left handle. So I have the ability to go back, up a little bit, but I have to turn now to try and make it. And then just basically back out until I get to a flatter spot. And there it goes again. Coming down here, I still have a little bit of control. We'll see if it lasts. There, it's broke loose. There. You can see I was trying to go on an angle and it's straightened out. I have zero control right now. Now that I got a little bit braver, I'll try a super steep part there, but we'll see. The hardest part is getting somewhere where I can turn to go up. It just doesn't want to even do that right now. Nope. Not doing that. And it's going to come up there. So. Not my most enjoyable video. In my opinion, it's going to be great, and hopefully people watch it. This one's like, well, I don't know if people watch this. I don't think, but maybe it's one that people go, oh, maybe he's going to destroy himself. Okay, so that brings us to the end of today's safety video. So as you can kind of see, this thing is just, I'm pretty sure if I took two hands, I'd pick it up and tilt it back. It's just right on, like this one's not even touching the ground. So you can go pretty steep. Your nerves give out long before it does, because while using this, I could feel it, look at it, and know that this isn't good. So it gives you a great idea of how steep these things can go. You still do it safely kind of idea. Just know your limits, know what the machine's limits are. It doesn't matter what color of zero turn you're on. They'd all have their limits on how steep they're gonna go. So just be mindful of that while you're out there utilizing, or whenever you're thinking about purchasing one, whether it's gonna work in your yard or not. If you enjoyed today's video, please like, subscribe. If you have any comments, please down below. And we're definitely done for today, because these black flights are horrendous. So we're done.